Today on First Cup, we're talking about pizza. We're talking about, what else is there? We're talking about free training day. And we're talking about something else. A bunch of you left comments. I'm super pumped. Stick around. We're rolling in 15. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Today is Wednesday. It's October 13th, 2021. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. Good morning, Stacy. I got a new sweater. Remember the other alpaca sweater I had? I wanted one that was darker. And so I got this one. Not a huge fan of this neck, this weird kind of square neck, but it's cozy and it won't show coffee stains. I gotta go hiking with these things. They feel like they're the perfect layer for hiking. I don't know. We'll find out. Good morning, Daniel. Oh, I hope you had a good Tuesday. I more or less did. I'm tired. I'm overwhelmed. You know, I know I'm not alone in this. And I wonder when I'm going to not feel tired and overwhelmed, right? Do you wonder that? Do you look at what's going on in the world and you know, I don't want to talk about any of the specifics, but just look at what's happening and just say, you know, good morning, Jenny. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted just existing right now. And you know, I'm prioritizing self-care. I had a massage yesterday. It was great. Felt great. Helped. My body feels good. You know, just everybody's so on edge and upset and angry and stirring the pot. It's like, I don't know. What else happened yesterday? Did a bunch of work. Went to the gym. Worked on some free training day stuff. Had a call with Andrew. We talked about like 17 different things. Yeah, it sounds what I'm experiencing. Stacy says, I've hit the wall of I'm beyond tired, beyond exhausted. Yeah, and thank you. I'm not quite where you are, Daniel, but I don't think I'm that far. I'm resigned to the fact that everything is screwed and we're all fluffed. I appreciate the simultaneously explicit and yet British sentiment you used there. I like it. Well, doesn't matter. What can we do, right? Do what you can with what you have, where you're at. I can't change it, so I take care of myself. I take care of the people around me. I do the best I can to remain moving forward. I drink coffee and do this show and do all the other things. Trying to keep my comments PG. I appreciate that. And do all the things that I do, that we do. I got books here. If you're coming to free training day, this is actually one of the questions that was asked. If you're coming to free training day, if you own books, if you have faith, if you have Martial Artist Handbook, or if you have Master Hopkick Origins, bring them, because Jenny and I will be there signing autographs. If you don't and you want an autographed copy of the book, we'll do that too. We can do that too. I don't like that it's dark. I don't like that it gets dark so early. My massage went until 6:30, 6:45, and by the time I was driving out of the parking lot, you know, it wasn't even 7, and it was dark, and it was dark. Everybody knows what that means, right? It wasn't just a little dark. It was really dark. It was dark. It was dark. I don't like when it's dark at 7. I don't like when it's dark at 6:30 in the morning. I like when it's light out for this show. Actually, I like when it's getting light out when I wake up. Not when it's really light out, because sometimes that wakes me up. Yeah. Stacy says, oh, signed books, even better. Yeah. This was something Jenny and I came up with. I was like, oh, we're going to be there. People might want books. Let's figure that out. Coffee doesn't taste right. I don't know. What's going on today? If you know, if you're roughly my age, you may remember the animated series Animaniacs with the sub cartoon, which even had its own spin-off, Pinky and the Brain. What are we going to do tonight, Brain? Same thing we do every night. And when I talk about my day, it feels like there's an element of that. Pretty much the same thing I do every day. I'm going to do some whistlekick stuff. I'm going to talk to some clients. I'm going to send a lot of email. I've actually been doing a great job keeping up my email this week. One of the things that's hard when you get email coming in and coming in and coming in is you open the email and you're like, I don't have the energy to respond to this right now. But one of the biggest productivity tips I've read, and I agree, it's a great one. If somebody writes you an email and you open it, you got to respond to it. You can't just leave it there. It's a good rule. Oh, look at all this. Darker than a South Korean horror about kids' games. I haven't watched Squid Game, but I'm hearing that it's like all the rage, and I should. So, let's lower this camera there. No, that's a little bit too much right there. Stacy's excited about books, and Jenny says you'll have both of the main Whistlekick authors in the same place that day. It is a rare treat. It's never happened before. Never happened before. Although I don't know, I feel like saying both suggests, Jenny, that maybe you haven't done much on the books, and that would be a ridiculous thing to assert. For those of you that don't know, every book that has come out has involved Jenny. Substantially. She may not have a writing credit on them, but she's the one that's edited and done layout and done all kinds of stuff. She's killing it. I don't like Kill Bill. I probably won't enjoy Squid Games. Okay, good to know. I just want new seasons of all the shows that I watch. I'm watching the latest season of Shameless, which is surprisingly endearing, especially considering it's Shameless. Shameless is a show that I've had to turn off in the past because some of the things that happen in there just mess with my head. Just like, oh, some of these characters are awful. Just awful, horrible people. It makes me have no desire to go to Chicago or anywhere near it. Anything else? I feel like there's more going on today, but maybe there isn't. Let's start talking about the stuff you asked me about. So over in the Facebook page, Chris asks, what should you bring with you for free training day? How to prepare for it? Anything along those lines? It's a great question, and it's one that we get a lot. I ask in terms of attire. People dress the way that they would dress for their standard training. If you typically wear a gi, wear a gi. If you wear a dobok, wear a dobok. If you train Muay Thai, so you're wearing a t-shirt and shorts, do that. For a couple reasons. One, you're going to be more comfortable. You're used to training in that way. Two, it solidifies the fact that we all train differently and do things differently, and I like the visual of us all wearing things that are different. I think it's kind of neat, especially when we take photos. It's like, oh, look at all these different martial arts represented. I think that's great. Okay. What to bring? Let's see. On the schedule, the only classes that involve anything else, the breaking seminar, and Stacy and I are working out how much wood to bring. Stacy says, did someone say photos? Stacy is our resident photographer. And she wants to be able to get Hwarang, the Korean series. I have no idea what you're talking about. Sounds interesting. Tell me more. But if you had boards ready to go, you'd be welcome to bring them. And then Tommy's doing a seminar on fan, and he bought a bunch of them because they're not that expensive. But if you happen to have a fan, you're welcome to bring that. We're not doing anything involving sparring gear. So what should you bring? You should bring water. Now, tomorrow I am putting up the order. We do have lunch dialed in, and there is a vegetarian, vegan, nut-free option even. So I'll be putting that up. Meal's $10. We're not making any money. Person making the food is charging us $9. We're charging $10. That extra dollar is going to cover the. I guess we'll make like 35 cents on each one. But it's going to cover like the credit card fees because people are going to buy them online, order them online. We'll get the numbers to the person making the food. We'll bring the food. You can have a box lunch. But if you don't want to buy a lunch, you should bring a lunch or maybe do a little bit of research ahead of time for where you want to go grab food. There are a number of options. You've got 45 minutes. You're not going to a sit-down meal. Okay, save that for after. Daniel says, water and an open mind. Yeah, that's exactly. And Stacy says, a sense of adventure. Definitely bring water. It's a school. There's water there. You may want to bring a change of clothes. You may want to bring, if you're training with like a t-shirt on, whether exclusively or under a martial arts uniform, you might want to bring a change of a t-shirt for lunchtime, maybe a towel if you're particularly a sweaty person. A mask if you want to wear a mask. We are not requiring masks. I'll be honest, that could change based on the state. We are beholden to whatever the state mandates. So currently there is no mask mandate. But if you're planning ahead as to long term, what should I put in this pile to bring to free training day? Throw a couple masks in there. Stacy's reminding me, your free training day t-shirt. If you are so inclined, we have a reason. We are asking people to bring a free training day shirt. You will not be excluded from anything, and it has nothing to do with certain seminars or special photos or anything. But we are offering something to people who come with a free training day shirt. You don't have to wear it when you walk in the door. In fact, you won't even have to wear it if you don't want to. You can just show it to us. And then the thing that we are offering up will be available to you. I think that's it. Oh, some people like bringing a notebook and a pen to take notes because the sheer volume of different information that's going to be thrown at you is kind of nuts. Especially if you're going to compare notes with someone else. A lot of times at an event like this, people will find a buddy from their own school and say, okay, I'm going to go to this one, you go to this one, and then we'll compare notes. And it's nice to have those notes. Oh, I'll remember Jeremy. There's like, what are we doing, 7 sessions? 8 sessions? You're not going to remember all the details. You've got 10 minutes in between to take some notes, run to the bathroom, grab some water, that kind of stuff. And that's enough time to take a few notes. And at least enough notes to jog your memory, hopefully. Okay. I think that's it. I've got a lot more to bring. I've got to bring release forms and books and my loud yelling voice and who knows what else. All kinds of stuff. Am I sinking into the couch? I feel like I keep adjusting this. Oh, you know what it is? It's when I'm forward versus back. If I'm forward, I'm up. If I'm back, I'm not. Okay, I get it. I'm not awake yet. All right. Other things asked over here. Oh, this will get some conversation going. So October's National Pizza Month. Where do you like to get pizza from? Homemade? If it's store-bought, what brand? If you like delivered pizza, where do you order from? So first off, there's nobody that will deliver pizza to where I live. Domino's will get about a mile down the street. I've seen them pretty close, but I can't order Domino's. Some of you find that to be a non-issue. I actually like Domino's pizza. Maybe I'm weird. Well, we know I'm weird, but so what? So there's no delivery option here. Uh, if I eat pizza, it's usually a cheap frozen pizza that I'll throw stuff on top of, whether I get it at Costco or at the grocery store, and I'll throw other stuff on there because there isn't enough protein. Or if I'm gonna make pizza, I use Bisquick as a crust. I like Bisquick as a crust for pizza. It was the way we made pizza when I was a kid, and I really enjoy it. Not super good for me, but if I'm eating pizza, I might as well go all in. Why not? So I knew the question would come up. Daniel's asking, pineapple? Looks like Stacy's saying yes. Oh, Daniel had to Google what Bisquick was. I wonder if you have something similar that goes by a different name. What toppings do I like on pizza? I love pineapple on pizza. I'm a big fan, whether it's pizza or it's nachos, throwing something on that a lot of people would say doesn't quite belong. Like I put banana on nachos. I'll fry them up. Awesome. Plantain, almost the same thing. On pizza, I love black olives. I love spicy, hot sauce. I love pineapple on there. Back when I ate meat, I like pepperoni. Now I'll throw on some ground turkey. Prior to eating turkey, I would fry up some sardines and throw those on top. Ranch dressing is good on pretty much everything but cereal. Tomatoes, jalapenos, pretty much whatever's there. More cheese. I like pizza. I really do. I went through a phase where I was eating a frozen pizza once a week. It wasn't good for me. It's part of what I'm trying to not do right now. I'm trying to be a little healthier, trying to correct some of the weight gain over the last few months. And honestly, frozen pizza and alcohol are probably the two biggest things that I've cut out that are making a difference. Dennis has a fun string of emojis up. Pineapple plus pizza equals tasty. Tasty happy. Daniel says, looks like pre-made pancake mix. We have that a few different brands, but not Bisquick. I would call it more biscuit mix. It's basically what it is. It's biscuits ready to go. We have other brands that are specifically pancake mix, but Bisquick, most people aren't going to make pizza with Bisquick. Most people are going to make biscuits or pancakes. See, now I want pancakes. Dang it. It's okay. It's pretty good stuff. What else do I do with pizza? Yeah, so for a while there, my once a week, like really splurging treat was I'm gonna make a pizza and throw everything I want on it and eat it. And by the time I was done, it was like 2,500 calories, and it's just too much. I can eat, and I've got a pretty good metabolism, but I can't do all that. Not and eat normally during a day. That doesn't help. Your biscuits are odd. I forgot about that. That's true. Biscuits in the UK are cookies. I knew that. I don't know what you call our biscuits. They're blobs of dough that dinner rolls. They're basically dinner rolls. Misshapen dinner rolls. Chris says he uses Bisquick to make killer French toast batter. I can't say I've seen that. What toppings do you guys like on pizza? So we got a couple votes for pineapple, and I haven't heard anything else. Any weird pizza toppings that you guys enjoy? I'd love to know that. But if you want to talk about Bisquick and other similar things, I'm open to that too. Let's hear what you guys think. And while you're doing that, the other comment that came in was from Matt, courtesy of Jenny. If you could create a martial art around one weapon, which would you choose? And I was thinking about this the other day. I went for a walk Monday, and there was a stick in the road. And I picked up the stick and I snapped off a couple of the branches, and it wasn't a very big stick. And I started using it as a walking stick. Now, it wasn't sturdy. It provided mild assistance as a walking device. But I was thinking about it from a martial arts perspective, because the reason I like using a bow or a screama, a single stick, is the applicability. You can pick up a stick pretty much anywhere, or something that looks like a stick, and use it. This is a really small stick, right? The principles still apply. Might not have length with it, but I can still use it as a stick. So I think that's my answer. Because if you learn how to use a stick, and that is the foundation of your martial arts, you'll pretty much always have something. I could use this tripod as a stick. I could use this laptop as a stick. There are differences there, but I can't use this tripod as nunchaku. I can't use it as a kama. Can't use it as sai. Can't use it as a handgun, right? If we think about versatility, it's all about sticks. So that's my answer. All right, we got a ton of options coming in, or answers coming in on the pizza. Chris says, I'm just into lots of pork products on my pizza. Stacy says, cross a dinner roll and a scone. You get dry, crumbly dough. That's, yeah, Bisquick. There we go. Dry and a strawberry shortcake base. Jenny asks, do you consider black olives a weird pizza topping? I don't, because I've always eaten black olives on pizza. Black olives and veggies. Sometimes I add a bit of chicken or sausage. Black olives also go really well with feta. One of my favorite combos in a calzone. Black olives, feta, tomato, and then, depending on the day, jalapeno. Works just as well on pizza. Oh, Stacy says, pizza toppings, anything but anchovies or mushrooms. Dennis is saying tomato, broccoli, black olives, fresh garlic, onion, peppers, pineapple, though not all at the same time. I think you could do all those at the same time. Garlic and pineapple actually sounds really interesting. Chris suggests a whole martial art centered around an umbrella. I like that. That feels very Victorian. If you put aside the opening of the umbrella, where it's not going to be super sturdy, at least not unless it was designed differently. A standard umbrella with a hook, I mean, that's pretty much a cane. And there are people who know how to use cane as tools, as martial arts weapons. And I think that's really neat. Though Chris is saying, I think your thinking is solid on this one. And Stacy's chiming in, Bartitsu, it's featured in King's Men. And Dennis is saying, I didn't realize this, De Pasquale Jiu-Jitsu has umbrella techniques in the curriculum for 4th Dan. Chris is super opposed to pineapple on pizza. I figured we'd get one of you who was adamant against pineapple. I think I'm going to have to make pizza for dinner. I'm going to have to come up with a way. I'll come up with something, because it's not the toppings, it's the crust. The crust is what kills it. I can find something. A tortilla. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I always do. Good stuff, you guys. Well, I hope you have a good day. I'll tell you what, this worked well yesterday, so we're going to do this. Leave your stuff for Thursday here. Oh. I just posted in the group, so there we go. Now you've got a spot to leave your comments, your questions for tomorrow. Wow, this is blowing up. Okay. Daniel says, I'm working 3 doors down from Domino's and it's lunchtime. There you go. I think we just solved lunch for you. Dennis's favorite pizza variation is with broccoli, fresh garlic, and black olives. I've had broccoli on pizza. I don't dislike it. The texture throws me off. It doesn't seem right. Now, that could be because the pieces of broccoli on the pizza are too big. I'm thinking of that now. If the pieces were smaller. And Stacy's reminding me they have cauliflower crust pizza in the store now. They do. Sadly, most cauliflower crust that I've looked at, cauliflower isn't even the main ingredient. I saw one yesterday. Actually, it was tortillas because I made tacos last night. And cauliflower is like the 3rd ingredient on the cauliflower tortillas. I've made cauliflower crust from scratch, and that's probably what I have to do to get it right. The downside is it's really hard to turn it into something that resembles true pizza crust. It tends to be kind of soggy. So I got some ideas. I can probably figure it out. I can usually figure out stuff in the kitchen. Jenny's pointing out recurring topics on the show: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and pizza. Makes sense to me. Daniel says, "Cowabunga, dude." Hey, I think we all grew up with it. We're all martial artists, maybe in part because of it. And I'm fine with that. I don't think there's any problem here. Pizza's good stuff. If we could find a way to make pizza much healthier, right? I think one of the keys is, for me, one of the keys to not using a ton of cheese. I mean, cheese isn't bad for you, but cheese is there's a lot of calories. So I try to be careful. I try to use toppings that have a lot of flavor, and I try to layer the cheese so it's all over the place. And I try to make sure I work in cheese like mozzarella that has lower calories. So it's not all cheddar, even though cheddar is the best. And anyone who disagrees is wrong. Trust me, I know. I eat a lot of cheese. I hope you have a great day. Hope I haven't made you too hungry and that I ruin your food plan for the day, if you have one. I'm going to go prep for calls and do the books and do 40,000 other things. And I'll see you back here tomorrow. And I hope you leave me some stuff to talk about. And I appreciate you joining me. Have a great day, everybody. I got to read these. Okay. And then I'm going to go. Daniel says, I used to be Michelangelo, but the older I get, the more I become Raphael. Oh, I've always been Raphael. Raphael and Donatello, for sure. I was an honor student thanks to Sesame Street. TMNT as a martial arts lead-in makes sense. There we go. Well, everybody, you have a fantastic day. I'm going to have a fantastic day. It's light out finally. Not that that has any bearing on my morning. Thanks for joining me for coffee, and I will see you back here tomorrow for another episode. Take care. Peace.